Bedtime with my family. We are going to explore times and verbs. Welcome to lesson 1 in this little series of 3. But don't worry, this is not about memorizing boring grammar lists. We do it by listening, by story, and by pattern. That's the most important, by pattern. So please turn on your captions. You'll see the important verbs in capital letters. Your job is simple. Just listen for those verbs and notice how they change when the story moves through different times. Alright, here's a short story. I'll tell it 3 times. First in the present, then in the past, and finally in present perfect. Just listen. Every evening, I eat dinner with my family. I drink a glass of water and then I read before bed. I usually sleep well. Now, last night, I ate dinner with my family. I drank a glass of water and then I read a book before bed. I slept well. This week, I have eaten dinner with my family every night. Yeah, this week, I have eaten dinner with my family every night. I have drunk water with my meal. I have read many pages of my book. And I've slept well this week. See? Same routine, same story, but the time changes. And when the time changes, the verb changes. So this is pattern play in context. Now let's play each verb a little. I'll put them into a small situation. Listen for the verb form present, past, and perfect. So the first word, eat. I'll ask you a question. Have you eaten breakfast today? Yes, I have eaten toast. I ate noodles yesterday morning. In fact, I always eat before work. That's true. I do. I always eat. And today, yes, I ate today, this morning. Have I eaten? Yes, I have eaten this morning. Now, drink. Have you drunk coffee today? Yes, I've drunk 2 cups already. I drank tea though yesterday, not coffee. I drank tea yesterday. In fact, I always drink something hot. I always drink something hot in the morning for breakfast. So you have the word drink, drank, and drunk in different tenses, in different times, different uses. Let's go on. Sleep. Have you slept well this week? Have you slept well this week? Yes, I have slept like a baby. I slept for 8 hours last night. In fact, I usually sleep well. That's very good. Me too. I usually sleep well. I slept well last night too. And I have slept like a baby as well. Read. So this is a special one. This verb is more difficult. It's a homograph, which means it looks the same word and spelt the same in different tenses. Now, look at the captions when you hear me speak. In the present, it's read. In the past and perfect, it's read, but spelt the same way. So listen. Have you read? Have you read that detective story this week? Yes, I have read it. The ending was amazing. I was on the edge of my seat. I read the last chapter last night. That's the past, last night. I read the last chapter last night. In fact, I always read a chapter before bed. I always read a chapter before bed. So now let's practice with some questions. We'll do them in 3 sets: present, past, and perfect. Present tense, we'll use usually with it. What do you eat? What do you usually eat for dinner? What do you usually drink for your meal? I said I drink water. What do I usually eat? I eat rice. Do you usually read before bed? Do you? I do. I usually read before bed. How many hours do you usually sleep? I sleep 8 hours usually. Past tense, yesterday or last night. What did you eat last night? I ate noodles last night. What did you eat? I ate. What did you drink with dinner yesterday? What did you drink? I drank water with dinner yesterday. What book did you read yesterday? I read a detective book yesterday. How many hours did you sleep last night? Last night, how many hours did you sleep last night? I slept 6 hours, not 8, last night. Perfect, present perfect. This week, today. Have you eaten dinner with your family this week? Yes, I have eaten dinner with my family. Have you drunk enough water today? Yes, I have drunk enough water. I drank 3 cups of water this morning. How many pages have you read this week? How many pages have you read this week? I've read 100 pages this week. I've read 100 pages this week. In fact, I read 50 pages last night. I read 50 pages last night. And altogether this week, I have read 100 pages. Have you slept well these last few nights? Have you slept well? Yes, 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 yes. I have slept well these few nights. I have slept well this week. Last week, I didn't sleep well. This week, I have slept well. Remember, the time words guide the verb form. Let's say the pattern once more together. I've drunk, I've eaten, I have read, I have slept. So that's lesson 1, bedtime with my family. 2 more lessons to come with new verbs, new times, and new stories. One last question. Did you see something behind me? Did you see a peacock? Yes, I saw a peacock. I saw a peacock. Yes, today I have a peacock behind me. See you next lesson.